Manchester United 2, Granada nil, and we are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, where it looks like we're going to be playing Roma. Their match is just finishing up against Ajax, and it looks like we've got Roma, so that's going to be a tough game, and a return for Smalling. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, and obviously Mkhitaryan plays for them as well, so that's going to be a good tie. I look forward to that one a lot because Roma got a lot of history in their club. And I just look forward to that game. Like, it's a big club, so it's a bit like the AC Milan game, but probably bigger. So look forward to that. Tonight, I thought we were comfortable. I predicted 1-0. Obviously, we got 2-0. Got the early goal from Cavani, a wonderful finish, wonderful volley. And I just thought we looked comfortable. Granada had maybe 3-4 chances, but most of them were like half chances. David De Gea didn't have too much to do. He come out, rushed out of the goal at one point, but other than that, he made a good reaction save at one point, but didn't really have a lot to do. I was impressed with his passing out from the back tonight. He did that a bit more than I've seen from him at times. But yeah, overall game, not the most exciting. We definitely could have had more goals. We could have at least 3 or 4 in my opinion if other players would have took chances. But a comfortable result, a comfortable win. And like I said, it would have took a lot for Granada tonight to turn that around, and I don't think they even looked really that like they were up for it that much. So comfortable win, and we're into the semis. Roma is going to be a whole different ball game though, so I look forward to that. Into the match notes, Cavani, a great opportunity to set up Mason Greenwood not too long after the kickoff with a 1v1 against the keeper. He got it all wrong, got it horribly wrong, and it's not even a hard pass. So in terms of Cavani's ability, he should be doing better there. But about 30 seconds after that, he scores the opening goal. 5.5 minutes into the game, makes up for his pass for Mason with a beautiful volley, bottom right hand corner from a Pogba flick. Tellez put a ball into the box. Pogba flicked it behind, meaning I think he knew Cavani was there to flick it onto him, and Cavani volleys it into the goal. Keeper has no chance. Beautiful volley, 1-0. Herrera for Granada narrowly passed the post from a corner, a header, and I think that he was their main threat tonight, Herrera. He then had another chance which went high over the crossbar from the edge of the box. And then another one from him, he had a header from a free kick for Granada that went past the post quite far wide. Matic then put a ball over the top for Bruno, who tried to volley it. Difficult angle, and he wasn't that far off, so a good attempt from Bruno that went over the crossbar. Cavani then laid it off for Bruno, who had a snapshot, but it was nowhere near the goal. As I said, it was a snapshot, it was a quick one, but nowhere threatening near the keeper, so well wide. Greenwood then had a shot which went well wide as well. That was the first half. Second half, De Gea collected a header very easily. Some of the players, because I watch it on mute because I listen to someone, I don't know who some of the players are if they don't show their names on their shirt and that, especially if it's a team I don't know, like Granada. So some of these I've just got what De Gea is like reacting to, not necessarily the Granada players. But so he collected easily from a header. Donny then had Donny van de Beek come on in the second half as well. Put a cross into Mason Greenwood, who had a header. It was straight at the keeper, but a great ball from Donny van de Beek. People were saying it was Beckham-esque. I haven't actually seen the cross yet. I actually missed that, but heard it on the commentary. And Mason, they're believing that maybe should do a bit better with a header. Bruno then put a cross into the box for Cavani, who made a great time run. But his header, it just didn't get enough on it. It was one of them ones where you just need to get enough purchase on it, and the momentum of the cross itself will put the ball usually in the trajectory of the ball into the net, but he just didn't get enough on it, and it went past the far post. Tuanzebe put a great last-hitch sliding tackle in on one of the forward players for Granada, who was just about to take a shot. Great well-timed tackle, as I said. Donny van de Beek then had a shot on the edge of the box, which went very narrowly wide, like zipped past the post. Very unlucky from Donny van de Beek, and I thought he done excellent when he come on tonight. Tellez then put a free kick over the bar, but it actually hit the wall, so it should have been a corner, but the ref gave it as a goal kick, so got cheated out of that one by the ref. De Gea then had a good catch from a power shot from Diaz on the edge of the box. Then David De Gea, that made a great reaction save from a header that come at him very quickly. Not sure who the header was from, but he had to react very quickly to it and did his job. And then Vallejo, right near the end, scored an own goal from a Tellez cross to make it 2-0. Juan Mata tried to claim it, who come on as a sub. He basically got up to try and head it, but he missed it. He didn't make no contact, and it hit Vallejo behind him, and it went in. So 2-0, very comfortable, as I said. We got chance to bring Diallo on for a short period. Dan James, Donny van der Beek, Brandon Williams, Juan Mata all got a run out as well, so that was good to see. Quite a few players that could have got man of the match for me tonight. So the player ratings, De Gea I'd give a 6, just above average. I thought his distribution and passing out from the back was very good. Made some good reaction saves at times and routine saves. But on the whole didn't have a great deal to do. But above average. Aaron Wan-Bissaka I'd give a 6-2. Going forward, again lacking for me. But defensively was pretty solid. Just above average for me. Tuanzebe I thought was rock solid tonight. Played the simple balls well. Won aerial duels. Muscling people off the ball. That last hitch sliding tackle that I mentioned. Commanding performance from him, considering he hardly ever gets to play. So I thought he had a really solid game. Lindelof I'd give a 6-2. Not as involved in the game as Tuanzebe was, but didn't really put a foot wrong still. But I think Tuanzebe was the better of the two. But Lindelof above average also with a 6. Tellez I'd give a 7-2. I thought he was really good tonight. Up and down, more attacking than I've seen him before. Put a hell of a lot more crosses in. This might be the game where I've seen him put the most crosses and deliveries in since he's come to the club, which is what we kind of expecting when he came. And I think that's the best performance we've seen from him. So I'd give him a 7. Fred I actually thought was pretty good tonight. As I said, he wasn't even on my bench in my match pick. I don't rate him, but I actually thought he done alright tonight, so I'll give him his credit. Give him a 7. I thought his passing was better. I thought he didn't really make many mistakes tonight. I heard that he had a shot at one point, which was dreadful. I haven't actually seen it yet. But apart from that, what I've seen of him, very good for me tonight. So I'd give Fred a 7. Matic 6, just above average. Pretty solid. Done most of the dirty work and the simple stuff. I just thought Fred was a bit more involved than Matic tonight. So I'd give Matic a 6. Greenwood a 6. A little bit quiet for me at times. Obviously should have scored that header probably from the Donny van der Beek cross. But not as involved tonight as he has been in recent games. So I'd give him a 6 though. Thought he still looked lively. Bruno I'd give a 7 to. Bit frustrating. Don't think it was his best game. Put a cross in for Cavani, which he should have probably scored with a header. Didn't really have a lot of chances himself tonight though. Bruno with shots and stuff, so a bit frustrating for him tonight, but I still think he had a good game, so I'll give him a 7. Pogba went off at half time, good performance though. Also I'd give him a 7. The flick on for Cavani volley, so should get an assist for that. He had a run at one point through the middle of the park, very strong, which he then got booked for, I believe, with an elbow, but he's basically shielding the ball, and I think it was a bit soft on the referee's part to book him for that. So yeah, a bit soft for me from the ref though. He's basically shielding himself from the ball, making a run, and the ref booked him. So, but I thought Pogba had a very solid game, or at least half a game, so I'd give him a 7. Cavani also I would give a 7 to. I thought he was solid tonight. Probably should have scored at least one more chance that he had. That cross from Bruno, he definitely should have scored. But I thought he had a good performance other than that. Continuous work rate as always, and I thought he was dropping back and bringing people into play a bit like Martial does. So I thought he'd done that a lot better tonight, Cavani. And I thought he had a really solid half game. So 7 for Cavani. And then the subs, Diallo I'd give a 6, just above average. He went on that little run at the end, which he probably should have got a free kick for, last man, and the ref just let play continue, I believe. So I thought he looked lively though. Just didn't really get a lot of the ball, but I'd give him a 6 just because he did look dangerous in that small amount of time he was on. Mata, average, looked okay. Didn't really do much though, didn't really affect the game. Donny van der Beek I thought was superb when he come on. Could have had a goal, putting that cross for Mason, who Mason should have probably scored. Looked very effective, probably the best performance I've seen from Donny van der Beek since he's come to the club as well. So I've been waiting for this performance from Donny, and he just needed that goal, which he was very close to doing. but it just didn't happen. But I thought he had a very good performance, so I was very pleased to see that from Donny, and hopefully he gets a bit more game time going forward. He gets a 7. Dan James, an average of a 5 I would give. Didn't really think he did a lot when he come on, but didn't really do too much too bad either, so 5 for Dan James. And Brandon Williams also would get an average, who come on for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Didn't really have a lot of time as well, so thought he did the job when he come on, but the game was already done, so 5 for Williams. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer I would give an 8 to tonight, because we into the semi-finals. He did bring on players. I'm pleased to see that Rashford didn't come on, because he was on the bench and he needed the rest, so he gets props for that, Ollie, and he gets props for giving the likes of Diallo, Donny van de Beek, Williams, James, Mata a bit of a run out, even though some of them got longer than others. I'm just glad that he rotated a bit tonight more, and give a few of them a bit more time. So Ollie tonight I thought done very well. Not the most exciting football again, but the result is there again, so we can't complain. We're into the semi-finals, and we've got a very good chance to get into the final now. So Roma's going to be a whole different ball game. I think it'll be a lot tougher, and there'll definitely be more of a goal threat, Roma. So I'm looking very forward to that game now. We got Roma in the semi-finals, and yeah, man of the match for me tonight I would give to Tuanzebe. There's a lot tonight I could have given it to. I could have given it to Fred. Yes, I said it. I could have given it to Bruno. I could have given it to Bruno. I could have given it to Pogba. I could have given it to Donny, and I could have given it to Cavani. There's a whole lot there. For me, it was between Tuanzebe and Donny. And Donny's unfortunate to miss out on it, but it wasn't by a lot. But because Tuanzebe played more minutes, and I thought he was just rock solid. So he was just everywhere for me in terms of defensive ability tonight, Tuanzebe. So he gets my man in a match, but I wouldn't be mad if you give it to Donny van de Beek or a couple of the others, to be honest. Even Tellez had a very good game. So, but Tuanzebe, my man in the match. 2-0 Manchester United into the semi-finals of the Europa League. And I'll be back Sunday, guys, with a Burnley match. And I'll be back with the match preview and my lineup for the Burnley game on Sunday. And then obviously I'll be back on Sunday for the game.